According to the World Health Organization, health is a state of complete mental, physical, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So what does that mean for us, our families, and our local community? Do the people in power have our best interests in mind? Let's find out what some residents think.
My name is Stephen Collinditch, and I'm a fifth-generation Californian.
My name is Kat Barrett, and I am a participant in the Southside PCC Climate Leader Program. What I think of Stockton is, it still is back a ways. We have a nickname for it, Wild Wild West, but yet it's not that progressive, but yet it has the opportunity to be progressive if the right folks want to step forward and help it move forward.
Again, my name is Cynthia Cortez. I was born and raised here in Stockton, so doing a lot of the work I do is in Stockton. On a monthly basis, we host coalition meetings where we invite community members to come out, join us, kind of to start off conversations.
I did a lot of surveys that I was given to educate the community here, and went to find out that there's a lot of low-income individuals that are struggling.
And all I kept thinking was I wanted to be a part of the solution and not of the problem. I decided to make this my home. So I sit on the board for mental health, and I sit on the board for the housing, and so and the homeless, and the mayor's round table for ADA.
I did some planting of the trees for Van Buskirk and for Mattie Harrell Park.
There's a lot in South Stockton that stops you from being healthy. So the thing that stop us from being healthy is we have filthy air.
Stockton's always been a place where I leave and go other places to enjoy myself almost.
There's so much more things offered in other counties.
There's a lot of pollution around here.
As they say, life expectancy on the south side is 10 years less than life expectancy on the north side.
So what I've seen a lot of, because I've worked in clinics, different clinics out there at the hospital, and it's asthma.
I've been lucky enough that even though I've lived here my whole life, I haven't suffered from asthma or anything like that, but I do have family members who have asthma, and unfortunately those that have had asthma, many times when they've gone to the doctors, what all the doctors have always said is, like, if you want your child's my cousin's asthma to get better, I would recommend you move out of Stockton and move somewhere else. And since then, they actually have moved out of state to a different state, and their asthma actually has gotten better. And it's just so crazy how there's so many people living here in Stockton that are exposed to that every day. And it's just like, for example, me, like, if I wanted to stay here in Stockton and raise my family here one day or something, like, that's something I have to take into consideration, where I'm potentially exposing them to those hazards. And I don't think it's fair that for someone that's called a place their home, they have to think twice whether they want to continue that being their home or they want to move away just to be safe and live healthy.
I was a truck driver for 10 years. It wasn't until I retired that my health went down. You don't see people walking out. You don't see them jogging. You don't. And our playgrounds, they're not used.
Those higher leaders or those higher powers can really help the communities with anything such as air filtration, which I was donated one because I have asthma. I've had asthma since I've come from Texas.
When I moved here, I never really had allergies. I developed allergies in the last several years. I've developed asthma in the last couple of years. When they first built it, the first main goal was to just destroy that neighborhood, and that was pretty evident there. It being placed there was kind of like a border, and them saying, hey, don't cross this point. Also, when they built it, they disrupted the community and, kind of dispersed the community, broke it up, tore down a lot. When the freeway was first built for several years, it didn't even connect 99 and 5 like it was designed to do.
A silent killer, I guess, because I live just a couple miles from the 5 and a couple miles from the port as well. So it wasn't until recently that the air quality here in Stockton is really bad, and it's really affected a lot of the community, especially with the crosstown joining the 5 and the 99. It really worsened our pollution, plus a lot of warehouses being built near neighborhoods, causing a lot of more trucks to come and go, which again, there's a lot more with the freeway being so close by. We're having all of that pollution very nearby, causing a lot of the health concerns.
Not too far south of the crosstown freeway, a matter of blocks, there's a dry riverbed that runs parallel to the freeway. They could actually build the freeway there in the riverbed. Wouldn't have as an effect as it had on the community.
When the crosstown was built, I actually went to school with a family where they sold off their property for that crosstown to be built. So I don't think, once having the conversation with them and getting more details and stuff, I don't think it was a very fair exchange.
A lot of times the victims of the environmental injustice are people that are in close proximity to either large corporations or institutions or just environmental polluters, and they usually don't have much control over what goes on, whether it's air pollution, noise pollution.
But they need to distribute more evenly. I said when they get the air pollution money, get filtered, get us a voucher. We have COPD, we have asthma, we have diabetes. Get us vouchers so that we can give them to the car companies and say, "Can I get a voucher? This is paid by the city of Stockton." Put them in stock. Have a distribution center. Get these filters for the air conditioning systems. Whatever it is, better to help improve what we have, then the city could move forward on it. We got the money for it. Things need to change.
Environmental justice is really just including all those that are affected when making decisions that have to do with anything that will affect the environment or the communities living within them. It's having just decisions being made. A lot more work has to be done here in Stockton to properly keep communities informed, and having residents informed of the hazards that they're being exposed to. Once you start to go and explore other cities, you realize no, that's not the norm, so why is it that it's like that here? I think having an informed community is a really good thing to do, making sure that when decisions are being made, they're being accounted for.
I just feel like there's better solutions out there through the medical field. I just don't know what it is. I find that maybe they shouldn't be so fast at hey, every time you open your mouth and say my asthma was so bad this week that, oh well, try this inhaler. Oh, this pill and this inhaler work, and okay, let me try it. And then they would fail to come back and check on how we're doing. But I mean, we're all human, and I can understand the staffing is pretty horrendous at a county hospital.
A climate leader is someone who is a resident of the TCC project area and is passionate about the wellness of their community. Climate leaders are organized, responsible, well-known, and trusted community members who are willing to learn and facilitate learning spaces for their neighbors. Responsibilities include attending neighborhood meetings, trainings, and keeping neighbors informed on all Stockton Rising projects. Please see the following resources if you're interested in becoming a climate leader. Environmental justice is more than cleaning up nature. It's about looking out for those who suffer the most.